This video will address the ontological argument as applied to pandeism. The ontological argument is a philosophical exercise, basically proposing that things can be imagined into existence by an appeal to the supposed perfection of those things. The argument suggests that a thing that actually exists is even more perfect than a thing that is only imagined to exist, and so imagining the perfect thing will somehow make it real. There are several flaws which make the ontological argument invalid as an exercise in logic or reason. First, perfection is only an abstract and subjective concept. Just get together a pair of sports fans from opposing teams before a championship match between those teams, and ask each of them what would constitute a perfect outcome of the match. The second objection, introduced by German philosopher Immanuel Kant, is that existence itself is not a quality by which perfection can even be measured. Certainly, for example, men have long spoken of perfect societies, perfect art, and perfect beauty, in solely conceptual terms, only to discover that reducing perfection in concept to actual existence is actually a means of degrading the concept, introducing what turns out to be an imperfection of actual existence. It has even been pointed out that a God who managed to create the universe, without even existing to do so, would necessarily be more impressive, and therefore more perfect, than a God that actually exists. And even if the ontological argument were a valid argument, it would support a pandeistic creator, and not a theistic God. This is because the pandeistic creator is a more rational model, and thus comes closer to perfection in the area of rationality. Theists attempt to characterize the often violent and upheaving interventions of their gods as necessary to some greater mysterious plan. But this resembles nothing so much as justifying a bumbling oaf of a child who drops a glass or knocks over a vase by pretending that this was done intentionally and for a good reason. And so, the creator discovered in pandeism utterly surpasses the gods imagined by theism, in being able to create a universe that is perfectly free from requiring further intervention after the moment of creation.